Hello everybody, and welcome to a bit of a new series, and this new series being F1 2021. Now, I'm not going to be doing the whole F2 season with you all. In fact, what I'm going to be doing is just starting out on this driver career to show you kind of the start of the driver career, maybe a little bit of what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be doing things, explaining a little bit of my process and my thoughts on how I'm going to record, but you're going to probably hear a little bit more from time to time, preemptive or post recording / post commentary. I just want to do this very beginning live just to kind of show you an idea of what we're doing live, and then going from there. But yeah, we're going to start in our driver career. I might do on my team career in the future. But for now, we're going to just do driver career, and we're going to start in F2, or the very beginning of the F2 season in the driver career. We're not going to skip immediately to driver or F1. Obviously, this is not going to be like a 110 difficulty setting or anything like that, but it will be a full season of F2. And I'm going to go ahead and show you all the settings that we're going to be using. During practices, I'm going to have full dynamic racing line on. But these are the assists you're going to see me running for the most part, which is steering assist off, braking assist off, anti-lock brakes are off, traction control is off, gearbox is manual, pit assist is off, pit release assist is off, ERS assist is off, DRS assist is off. Pretty much all the assists are off. The weekend schedule is going to be single session or full session, you know, thing. We will do a feature and sprint, feature and sprint race, and we are going to be doing medium race difficulty. So yeah, that's going to be the session length. That's going to be how the weekend schedule is going to be structured. The weather, of course, is going to be forecast accurate. I'm not going to have approximate. It's going to be 100% accurate, so it'll be perfect weather accuracy. The driving-wise, I think we're going to have medium entry requirements onto F1. You know, Beat the Press will be on. R&D management is on. Team acclaim is on default. Driver AI acclaim is on default. Player acclaim is on default. I'm pretty much keeping all of this default, everybody. Fault frequency will be on standard, and we'll have fault types be high, which means technical faults will be enabled as well as mechanical faults. If you have standard, mechanical faults are disabled. Technical faults are still happening, and yeah. But we're going to have it as basically as simulated as possible. For you all to have fun and to watch it. Like I said, this is not going to be all the season. I'm just going to do this one video on the preseason for F2, and then I'll meet you back when we enter the full Formula 1 season. Rules and flags are on, regular as per usual. Parquet firm will be on, standard, safety car, and we will have the formation lap on just because I enjoyed doing the formation lap. Simulation settings will be 43 difficulty, because I'm not a huge AI placement person. I don't have the skill to basically hit 110 difficulty, so it'll be 43. Realistic surface type, won't keep flashbacks on. Simulation damage, simulation car rage. Assisted race starts, collisions are on, tire temperature is surface and characters, and that will be our settings. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you the rest, and then I'll probably leave it to post commentary me to tell you or talk to you with you through the rest of this, everyone.
First things first. Let's
yeah.
create your driver.
Of course, let's create our driver. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. You know how this is going to go. Basically, you're going to see all of this. I'm going to go ahead and put in the name, and yeah. Alright, so audio name, Ava. Our car number. Unfortunately, my favorite number 99 is not here, so I'm gonna choose 95. And yeah.
Let's focus on your driver's look.
Yep. All right. Yep, that's everything. Perfect. Alright, so, helmet, we're going to go with the, Overrun helmet. I think we're going to make it blue, maybe? Yeah, no, yeah, blue. Let's make it like this kind of bluish color. And yeah, something like that, I'd say. Go for more of a pinkish color. No, maybe, yeah, well, no, let's go for a little bit more of a yellow / golden light color. Yeah, like that. This will be more of a, like, yeah, kind of like that. And then, we're gonna make this all black. Alright, that'll be our helmet. For now, we may change helmets over the season, but, for now, that'll be our helmet. Confidence pose. We got a emote for when we reach like the podium and stuff, and then radio calls are new. So radio calls are basically like or when you win the game or when you win the race, you'll have one of these things go off when you hit the thing.
Thank you.
I think this will be where I'm on the. I think this will be the one that we're going to go with. And, yeah, with that being said, let's select a team. So, what team are we going to be with? Carlin, Art, Dams, Virtuoso, MP Motorsport, High Tech, Trident, BWH, Race Lab, Prima, Carlos, or Campos Racing. Now, I did do on F1 2020 a Prima, where I was with Prima. But I think we're going to go with Carlin this time, in the UK. And we'll go with Carlin. And then we're going to start in the, Red Bull Driver Academy. Which means that we will get an acclaim. We'll get an award of acclaim if we sign with one of these teams. I'd rather it be, Red Bull or AlphaTauri. But yeah, with that being said, let's get started.
You can go back ahead at anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. Or if you're ready to go, hit advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula 1.
Let's get started. Alright, first race of 12 in Bahrain. Now, I've already ran through this. I'm actually restarting this as we speak, so I'm going to go ahead and now leave this to what I think I'm going to do is leave this to post-commentary. Post-commentary me to take care of you and, yeah, help you all going forward. But with that being said, let's get to it, shall we?
This first race of the season is always quite difficult for us trackside, and for those back at the factory as well, as it's the first time the car has run since winter testing. The more consistent mileage you can get in these sessions, the happier we'll be.
Alright then, so here we are basically doing a little lap around the area, doing one of the practice programs, and well, I don't know what the practice programs do on non F1 career, because this is the Formula 2 career, so you're just going to basically see me go around for a lap, and I pretty much kind of passed these pretty quickly, pretty successfully, so there's really not a whole lot to say about this, so I'll just leave you to enjoy the lap, and get an idea of what I was doing. I was mostly just trying to get used to it, because while Bahrain is one of the courses that I'm fairly confident in, it isn't a course that I've kind of nailed, so I'm still kind of getting used to the car, trying to, since I use controller, get used to where the braking points are, and how to just get around the area. So that's one thing that you're going to see a lot on this game. Another thing you might see a lot on this game is, of course, the me using traction control during wet or rainy races, because I'm not confident fully on wet courses. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the lap, and I will meet you all during qualifying.
Lap.
As all cars are now over the line, your top three again are Ava, Dragovic and Robert Schwartzman. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet.
Alright then, so here we are in, of course, qualifying, and we're just getting our first lap out, and yeah, as I said, I want to keep this championship in F2 kind of close, so I did a mock F1 lap, or a mock lap, just to kind of see what I could do, just kind of show that I'm, getting out there, but I pretty much pretended like I couldn't get out of Q1 in this case, so, that's one thing you're going to see is in this particular, qualifying, I did not really play it like I was actually playing it. I want to, as I said, be qualifying pretty close, so that's kind of why I did. Because in F2, it's very easy to out-qualify most of the drivers in this series, as well as, having them be pretty much with big matches is really way up ahead. So that is pretty much what I did. But enjoy the rest of the lap, and I will meet you all when we are finished with this qualifying.
Hello and welcome from the Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakhir. Down on the grid, the engineers are making their last checks and today's race will be underway shortly. Plenty of opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit for these young F2 drivers to show what they can do. The best passing opportunity right up there at turn 1, and we should see plenty of action there. But there's another not long after at turn 4. There are 9 right-handers, 6 left-handers, and the possibility that we could see some flat spots at the tightest of those left-handers. That's turn 10. Davide, you're a 3-time winner around here in 1 week, I believe, back in 2012. How on earth do you make the tyres last around this racetrack? They degrade so quickly.
To be honest, the key to the race is having a good start so you can get your car into a good position. Then save the tires as much as you can and push just at the end.
Here is the grid for today's race, which will be starting shortly. Yuki Tsunoda lines up on pole position, with Daniel Ticktum alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Schumacher, Lundgaard, Pedro Piquet, and Alesi, Aitken, Dragovic, Schwartzman, Callum Ilott, Matsushita, Armstrong, Guilherme Samaya, and Joe, Giotto, Mazepin, Markelot, and Marino Sato, Galeo, Nissani, Delatraz, and Ava. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Alright, so it wasn't exactly the greatest recording or session for us in qualifying, but we're going to try and make the best of it. We're going to go for the one-stopper, I believe, here, which is the medium to hard, and the main thing about this is I just wanted to make sure that I could create a somewhat close championship and not make it to where I closed out the championship like crazy really fast, because in the F2 series, as you all know, it's easy to close out the series really fast. But here we go. Lights are out on the formation lap of this race.
Engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. You need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Alright, so here we are getting through the formation lap, and yeah, I just wanted to give you the formation lap because I actually enjoy doing this, and it's kind of fun just to do the formation lap as a little bit of a warm-up to the race. But with that being said, yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the formation lap, and I will meet you all back in the race. Alright, and with the grid reforming up, we are about ready to get this first race of the F2 season ready to go. The lights go out, and we are off on the race, everyone. So let's go. Alright, and so here we are in lap 4, and yeah, just taking you around lap 4 to get you a little bit of a caught up on what has happened. And as you probably have already noticed, I've pretty much gone from 22 to 7th place currently, and yeah, this race just kind of ended up with me doing the 0 to hero play in a sense. But, you know, there's still a lot of race to go. Who knows? I might be able to get more. Maybe I'll get less. But yeah, so far, going from 22nd to 7th is pretty decent in my personal opinion. But yeah, I'm just going to take you around the rest of this lap. And I believe after this lap, we go in for our pit stop. So I will meet you on the pit stop here. Alright then, so yeah, here we are coming around the final quarter on lap 5, and yeah, I'm basically going to be going in for my pit stop here, and hopefully we're going to get a quick pit stop. But of course, as you all know, as you go into the pit stop, it's going to be a slow lane for a little while. It's going to be hard to get into a good position, but you just gotta hope that once you switch out the tires, you can just get a pretty good decent placement into the run. But here we are going on to the hard tires, and yeah, we're just going to drop in and get out as soon as we can to try and recover. We dropped all the way back to 19th. I believe we had a few retirees during the race that had happened, but you know, hey, it is what it is. We're going to do our best to try and make the best recovery where we can and go from there. But I will meet you all on the next lap or whenever we meet back here. But enjoy the rest of this out lap, and I will meet you back on the next lap, everyone. Alright then, so here we are in a little bit of lap 14. This is the last little half of lap 14. And, yeah, I just wanted to check in and show you kind of a little bit of progress, what happened. Not a lot happened once I got into first place, really, though. So, I just wanted to give you a little bit more of a show and a little bit more of, just to show you kind of what happened during the laps. Because this was kind of at a point where I got into open road and pretty much nothing much happened. Alright, so last little lap of the race, and as I said earlier in my previous check-in, there wasn't a lot that happened. Pretty much, it was just me in the open road and me just kind of cruising around, trying to get a little better and a little more understanding of what I could do in the car and during the race. But as you probably have already noticed, this is just me in first place. I went from 20th, as you all know, or around 22nd or so, to first. And we did have one retiree at some point during the race. I don't know when it was, but hey. Yeah, enjoy the rest of this final lap and the highlights going after this. But yeah, I will meet you all back at the end of the race after the highlights, everybody. And enjoy the final lap of the race.
Thank you. I need a moment.
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
Carlin have pulled off a sublime performance to secure the top step of the podium today. Davide, what do you think made the difference here? And there you have it, today's winners. Having raised some of the biggest names in F1 to date, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Ava takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
It's a difficult one, but I got to go for the Carlin driver. Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy to cut through the field like that in Formula 2, so it was a great effort.
On to the teams then. Carlin moved to the top of the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then.
So, that was it. Pretty much the end of the race. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it and a little bit of a highlights going forward. I will meet you all back in the next race, which will be in Abu Dhabi, as well as the very first race of the Australian Grand Prix when we enter the Formula 1 career. But, yeah, for now, I'm going to go ahead and sim the sprint race, and yeah, we'll see where things go. But thank you everyone for joining me. Hopefully you will all subscribe or whatever else I put in during the video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you all in the next race. But until then, everyone, yeah, farewell, everyone.